Today, we need to talk about something huge, artificial intelligence, and what it means for the world of work. We're going to dig deep into a special report that looks at this massive global shift, but with a sharp focus on what it means for Iraq.
Let's start with this quote. It feels like it could have been written this morning, right? But here's the crazy part. It's from over 50 years ago. A futurist named Alvin Toffler said that the illiterate of the future wouldn't be those who can't read, but those who can't adapt. Those who can't learn, unlearn, and then relearn all over again.
So after half a century, you have to ask yourself, is that future he was talking about finally here? Is his prophecy coming true right now?
Well, to answer that, all you really have to do is follow the money. And let me tell you, the world's biggest tech companies are making their choice crystal clear.
Just look at Amazon. They've set a goal to automate a staggering 75% of their operations in about a decade. And at the exact same time, they've laid off over 14,000 people this year. The money is moving from people to machines. It's that simple.
And it's not just Amazon. We're seeing the exact same pattern at Google. They're pouring money into AI and the cloud, and they're funding it by laying off hundreds of employees. This isn't just about a bad quarter. This is a strategic choice. They're reallocating their resources from human salaries to artificial intelligence.
And then there's Meta, which is literally restructuring the whole company to make AI efficiency the #1 priority. So the pattern is just undeniable. Pouring money into AI doesn't automatically mean more jobs for people. In fact, right now, it kind of looks like the opposite is happening. And this is creating a pretty dangerous new economic trend.
And this trend, it actually has a name. It's called jobless growth. It's a dangerous new phenomenon, and it's a term you're probably going to hear a lot more in the coming years. If you want to get a sense of the scale here, just look at the US. In just 2 years, the number of available jobs has absolutely plummeted by 4.9 million. That's a massive, massive drop in opportunity. So what exactly is jobless growth? Okay, picture this. A car company is making more cars than ever before, but it's using half the workers because robots are doing most of the assembly. The company's profits are going up, but the number of jobs is going down. That is jobless growth. More economic output, but fewer people to do the work.
And this is happening for 3 main reasons. First, there's a time gap. Layoffs, they happen overnight, but creating new jobs that require advanced AI skills, that takes years of education and training. Second, layoffs are now strategic. Companies aren't just cutting jobs because they're in trouble, they're cutting jobs to free up cash to invest in AI. And third, for the first time ever, companies can grow and serve more customers with way fewer employees. These 3 forces are totally rewriting the rules of the economy.
Okay, so this is a huge global trend, but let's bring it home. How does this all apply to Iraq? Well, this report makes it very clear why the country is in a uniquely vulnerable position, right in the eye of this technological storm.
You see, there are 4 key factors that create a sort of perfect storm. You've got high unemployment to begin with. Then there's a huge reliance on public sector jobs, which are often the easiest to automate. The private sector is still developing. And you have an education system that's more focused on giving out certificates than teaching practical, real-world skills that are actually in demand.
Now, I know that sounds pretty grim, but the report doesn't just stop there. It doesn't just diagnose the problem. It actually offers a clear roadmap for the future, a 5-point strategy to turn this threat into a real opportunity.
So here it is, the 5-step plan. 1. Actively stimulate the digital services economy. 2. Help small businesses go global and export their services online. 3. Build modern platforms that can match people's skills with the right jobs instantly. 4. And this one is so important, link job training directly to actual jobs, not just a piece of paper. And 5. Embrace AI itself as a tool to invent entirely new businesses.
But here's the thing. None of these big steps will work without a fundamental change in how we think. A total mindset shift is needed if we want to survive and even thrive in this new world. We have to start valuing skills before we value certificates.
And hey, this isn't just one report's opinion. This is a global consensus now. A recent economic report from LinkedIn put it so bluntly, the future will belong to those with skills, not just university degrees.
The World Economic Forum says the exact same thing. The fastest-growing jobs are filled by people with skills, not necessarily those with degrees. The message from the top economic organizations in the world could not be clearer. So, what does this shift actually look like? Well, the old model was all about a general degree and theoretical knowledge. The new model? It's about specialized digital skills and practical hands-on problem solving. It's really a huge shift from valuing what you know to valuing what you can do.
So, where does this all leave us? Well, the final message of the report is really two things at once. It's a very stark warning, and it's an urgent call to action.
And it all comes down to this one powerful idea. He who does not accelerate job creation will accelerate unemployment creation. In the age of AI, you can't just stand still. Standing still is the same as falling behind. So the choice is simple, really. Are we going to build the future, or are we going to be replaced by it? The only question left is, which one will it be?